What is going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? Hope you guys are having a good time. We are back again, another Tuesday, and boy, what a crazy Tuesday it has been. Oh my goodness. One of the craziest Tuesdays, one of the craziest things has happened, and we are excited because it's so green outside. The grass is growing. So let's go. But before we get in and talk about everything, let's talk about how everybody's doing today. What is up? Hope you guys are doing fine. Let's welcome everybody. Gio, what's up? Choco Chips, what is going on? We got my boy Boltz in the building. Let's go. We got my Queen Saber Blast as well. We have, who else do we have up in here? Let's see. We got Blinky Tech. And then we also have Choco Chips. We have Morty. How's it going? Good to see you. We also have Sean. How's it going? Welcome to the stream as well. Yo, we got the Pelonitas in the building. Let's go. And we got Realtor James. What's up? How's it going, man? Glad to have everybody. Hope everybody's doing pretty good. Hope you guys are doing awesome. It is a wonderful Tuesday. I hope everybody's super excited. Things are looking pretty solid, guys, in the trenches. And I'm excited to dive in and tell you guys how positive it is. One thing I do want to highlight, though, guys, 4 for 4. 4 for 4. 4 consecutive days of 10x, 10x, 10x. And some of them have been plus 10x. So we're really excited. We've been cooking literally inside the Boltz Alpha. So if you're not in there, you guys are truly missing out. And it's been a wonderful just start of the month, man. It's been awesome. So hopefully you guys are doing pretty well. A lot of you guys should be up a lot of Solana if you guys are in the Boltz Alpha. So hopefully you guys have been locking in there as things have been progressing. And we are extremely excited. But before we get in and talk about everything, let's talk about what is going on within the world of meme coins. All right, so let's go in here. We're gonna see a couple of them, a couple coins kind of start pushing right now. I'm gonna look for a nice little runner here pretty soon. But before we do, let's dive in and take a look at what the state of the trenches are. Right, we have a lot to talk about today because I have seen so many comments lately. Nah, bro, you round trip all the calls. Don't do it. Boltz, you gotta stop, my brother. You gotta stop. Stop it. Stop it. You're killing me. So yeah, man, you gotta stop, brother. You gotta stop. I'm telling you, man, dude, you gotta learn to sell at a 10x, my boy. Like, what is going on? But with that being said, let's jump right into it, right? So let's take a look at what's going on in Pump. So as you guys know, 23K has actually been what the token launches have been today. 2,803 graduating. I believe this is going to go up. I think by the end of the day, we're probably going to see this like roughly around 25. And this roughly like in the 300 range just because of what happened just recently right now, a couple hours ago or minutes ago. But still pretty much the same 23K. Less graduation though. So that's actually one thing that we're going to note here. But I'm pretty sure this will hit 300 by the end of the day here as we close out. But I'm still going to put 280 here just for reference for whenever we take a look at this one again. Okay. With that being said, though, that doesn't look so bad, but it doesn't look as good as well. Okay, so that's the one thing we want to make sure we keep an eye on. That even though we would love for this to actually be better, it's not as good as it is where we would like it to be. If we take a look at volume, guys, volume is looking pretty good as well. Back to 82, so we went a little bit higher than we did before. So that's interesting right here. So that's something we want to make sure we kind of take a look at as we dive into it. So as you guys notice right here, 82, and then we got the volume right here with 1.7. That's actually picked up. So that's an interesting sign. We might have to take a look at a couple of bunk coins that might be doing pretty well. I still only hold like 2 bunk coins still, but I've been kind of just like a little bit down, man. We got into a coin yesterday, a bunk coin, and it just didn't do so well, man. It just did horrible. So as you guys see here, pretty crazy right here. We have 82 on here. So that went up from our 70. So that's good, pretty good. And the bunk actually went up. So we like to see these numbers. So that's pretty solid. Of course, anything above 100 when it comes to pump, that's where we want to be. So hopefully, this is a pretty good uptick now that we're seeing here. That things are actually kind of moving a little bit in the upward direction, and in a good state where we kind of want to see stuff happen, right? So that's what's going on here. Um, and that's what's kind of taking place. So pretty solid. I like the numbers that I'm seeing here. We're gonna talk about something. We're gonna come back to this one, but we're just gonna take a look at the market. That's why I'm pretty excited because the market, guys, listen. If I take a look here at Bitcoin right here, this literally just happened. Look at this green candle, fellas. Look at this green candle. If I go to let's go 24 hours ago. So we go to this. Look at this crazy green candle. We were hovering here, like very low, very low. Crazy green candle all the way to 72, just because of the pause on the whole ceasefire thing that happened. So we went from being down here like in the 60s, I think it was like 60 something, back to 71. So that's looking pretty solid. Solana actually bounced as well. It went back to 85. It was kind of like around 79. So that's doing pretty good. Everything is green, and that's what we love to see. We love to see a lot of green. That's good time and good stuff. The great thing is we actually took advantage and we bought some really interesting coins as we were turning green, and they are kind of moving beautifully. All right, they're kind of moving beautifully. So hopefully you guys are able to take advantage of it. But just because things are turning green doesn't mean we don't have to be careful. Okay, we got to make sure we keep a conscience. We understand. Listen, just because things are turning green doesn't mean we can't be precautious. Okay, so we got to be still extremely precautious on what we do, and we're going to try to get as many 10x's as we possibly can here when we do. But today I kind of want to mention about a call we made yesterday, and we made this inside Boltz Alpha. We also went ahead and made the call for you guys in the Telegram. I think in Telegram we hit like a 4 to 5x, and inside Boltz Alpha we went straight. We went straight crazy, guys, from 40K all the way from 40K. And I'm gonna tell you guys the difference between any other Discord server, and I'm gonna tell you the difference between any AI, anything you could possibly think that's out there. I'm gonna tell you the biggest difference, right, between that and what happens inside Boltz Alpha. All right, this is what happens. So we were inside Boltz Alpha. We were talking. We were saying, yo, what's going on? Look at this coin. And usually anybody could call a coin. Okay. Anybody could sit here and call a coin and say, I called it at 20K. I called it at 10K. I called it at 50K. I called it at 60K. Anybody could say that. But nowhere else are you going to find a place that will literally tell you how high a coin's going to go. Okay, there is absolutely no other place that will literally tell you how high a coin's gonna go, and that's what we do inside Boltz Alpha. That's what we do inside of Boltz Alpha. Because when we were talking about this coin at 40K, I said, guys, if this does not get PvP'd, and if this thing's solid, we're going to a milli. Okay, and long and behold, a couple hours later, we're at a milli. And this is the time where I say, guys, take some profit. Hey, take some profit because you never know what could happen. And as you see here, guys, it comes out. So if you guys are not inside Boltz Alpha, like you guys could probably get a call anywhere else, but nowhere else is going to tell you how high a coin could possibly go. Once again, it's not financial advice, but that's just what we're doing to trade. That's what amazing. So a lot of people were able to actually print. Even the people that weren't online and they still got in a little bit late even though some people got online a little bit late from the time we made the call, they still made a 2x, which is awesome. Because they signed, they just woke up a little bit later for the different time zones, but they were still able to make some really good gains. So awesome call, guys. It's still holding pretty strong right here at 488. Not bad at all. It kind of had this nice little 235. If someone else just comes and mentions it and Trump just put the picture of the little baby or something like that, I think we get another push up to a mil. So that looks pretty awesome. And we're kind of happy that we were able to kind of grab this one. And it's been an awesome, guys. Listen, awesome. I keep saying the word awesome because it's just been amazing how I said, guys, I'm going to be committed I'm gonna be committed to see if I can give you guys a 10x every single day that we're on. And so far, 444, we're been built really, really solid. It's been amazing. So hopefully, you guys are able to kind of you know, um, I don't know. Hopefully, you guys are able to kind of see what we're doing there in the trenches. Let's see what we find. Um, there are some interesting narratives. This painfully one I keep seeing getting posted a lot. Let's see what painfully means though. We are missing the narrative. Yes, the Solana logo is in the image, but check it out. Even Elon reposted, so they show this article again. The whole idea recently has been transferring memes into paintings. Look at the problem. I mean, what's it called? Painfully paintify. Huh. Oh. 22K. Hmm. The thing is, I'm trying to debate. Reggie says you do not make calls. Yeah, so Reggie, you do not. The question is, you do not make calls on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday. No, so this is what we do. So for we got Movie in the building. Let's go. No, we don't make calls on just pretty much on Saturday. It's the only day we kind of don't make calls. Because you or sometimes, yeah. Well, I'd say on Saturday. Just because that's the day we use for signal versus noise. I like to take a day off and kind of just defog a little bit. So that's what we kind of do on those days. But apart from that, we do like on Sunday we have the buy the dip sell the rip videos. We make the calls on that. On Monday we do calls Monday through Friday basically. Oh, rugged. Oof. It looked interesting though. There's probably an element that's gonna come out with the same meta. And that's it's mostly only one day if you think about it. All right. Hmm. No war. I mean, like I know the no war thing's gonna be interesting. It's just I'm trying to figure out notes. Why does this seem like an interesting one? I'm like listen, I'm just gonna I don't know 20K. I'm gonna buy this one. I could probably get rugged. I wouldn't suggest buying because I have to go do research if this is even a thing. So give me a second. let me let me go check if it's real before we get crazy here. Okay. The introducing Node City, every browser tab is a computer node. Every node makes the cluster smarter. Oh, self-hosted. Although I imagine it started picking up some traction. Your browser joins a node city cluster automatically stays connected to contribute to compute to keep alive. Oh, one setting to see display the name profile picture so your mode is easily spotted in the group. Stable. Got it. So this is. Huh. The problem is I don't see. Let's see if this works. Ask the cluster anything. Um, what what is the pump fun CA? see that's what it tells us. Thinking, it's thinking. All right, let's see. I'm glad you asked for the quick answer here. Simplified guide. What? Use pump fun CA. Follow steps. Open the pack. Let's ask. Is this a pump one? Okay. I'm sorry for the confusion, but an AI designed to assist with the program task. I'm not equipped to help with it related to the way. Yeah. Huh. Hmm. What's the X account? I don't know. It looks weird. It looks cool. Does this have an X account? Huh. Would you be open to funding through it? So yeah, so it's kind of like up in the air right now. So we're just gonna leave it there. We'll let it sit. If it dumps, it dumps. If it doesn't do anything, we'll keep an eye on it though. Interesting. I just don't know if it's real. There's no CA on the site. There's nothing I could possibly think they could probably do pretty good. So it's kind of hard to call that one. Just because there's absolutely no CA on that, you know. So it's like, will it go up? Will it go up? I don't know. Um. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, so we'll leave that. We'll leave that be. And I kind of wanted to talk to you guys a little bit. I kind of got a little bit sidetracked, looking to see if we can find something. But I hope that answers your question, Reggie. Did that answer your question? I don't know if it did. Let me know. Okay. So I kind of wanted to show you guys something real quick, and I wanted you guys to understand something that I get asked a lot. Okay. So I want you to take a look at this graph right here. If I put it up here, I want you to guys see. I hope you guys see it. Okay. So what I want you to see this is this. Okay. So if you look right here, you're gonna notice something. You're gonna notice that it says the amount and the complete average of tokens that get launched per day. Okay. So that's about roughly like within a period of 30 days. The rough estimate of tokens that get launched is 23,000 tokens. Okay. Now, apart from that, the amount that actually end up graduating, the ones that actually get out, are a total of 285 on average. Okay. So that's the amount that launch, the amount that graduate in an average of 30 days. Now, the amount ratio of tokens that actually go from launching to migrating is 1.13%. Basically a 1%. Okay? A monthly 1% of tokens. So you got to think to yourself, right? You got to think to yourself and say, guys, you got to think to yourself how difficult it is to not only, we got some bots in the building. Let's go. That means we're going to have to find a pretty good coin. You got to think to yourself, how hard is it to get a coin that is literally on this side that's going to make it to this side? And note is at 27, Note is at 27. How hard is it to buy a coin on this side and get it on this side? Okay. That is literally 1%. That is 1%. Do you understand the level of difficulty it takes to call one coin, just one, from the left-hand side that's going to make it to the right-hand side? Okay, that's just that on the level of difficulty. Now, on top of that layer, you know how hard it is to call it 10x? Because if you just think about it, right? We're making a call on a coin out of 23,000 on an average of a month. We're making a call that coin is going to make it to the other side. That's a 1% average. And on top of that layer, we're layering it with a 10x. You know how difficult that is? Do you understand the level of difficulty? Like, I think sometimes I don't even understand it. Like, sometimes I make these calls, right? And blessing be to God, because there is absolutely no way on earth, possibly, I could be this on point with making the calls unless God was actually guiding me and telling me what to buy. But I am telling you right now, 100%, you know how difficult that is? It is extremely, extremely difficult. And sometimes I don't understand it. And then sometimes I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. When you guys come out and tell me, yo, yo, and you call another one, it's like, guys, you know how hard it is to call one? You know how hard it is to call one? And I'm like, guys, listen, not only is it difficult to make the call, but it's already difficult to make it that it's gonna 10x. Oh, so I kind of wanted to show you this so you guys can get an idea of what it looks like, right? When you kind of see it from this perspective, does your mind change? Do you feel like, okay, it's a little bit more difficult than I thought? Or like, what are you guys' thoughts? Let me know, because it is extremely, extremely difficult, and hopefully you guys are able to kind of understand. Kind of like that overall concept, right? But that's what we have. That's what we're gonna talk about. But I'm gonna go and take a look at. Give me a second. I'm gonna see if I can pull this up right here. This should be. Let me see here. I did want to take a look at. Holt sent over his wallet, and we did want to take a look at his wallet. Because he had a couple questions on why he is not being successful. This is one of the cool, neat things that we have inside the Boltz Alpha. If you guys ever have a question of like, why is it that this ain't, why is it that this is not moving? Why is it that we're not, what's going on with my account? What exactly is happening? We kind of give this overall overview of what's happening. So let me drag this in here. Okay. So we're gonna do this here real quick. All right. So Holtz, are you here with me? Holtz, my boy, are you here with me? Okay, so we are gonna take a look at Holtz's wallet, with his permission, of course, and we're gonna see what's going on exactly, with his trading style. So I'm gonna bring this down to 1 day, and then we'll go in and dive in a little bit deeper and take a look at what's happening. So this is his 1 day overview. So right now he recently bought No War. He bought No War 9 minutes ago, and he bought 8. Let's go see. Let's see. Let's go see what my boy's doing here. Let's go check it out. Hold on. So this is one that he literally just bought right now. Okay, so he bought. Okay, so are you holding anything? Let's see. Are you complete? Are you completely out, or let's see? You bought? You bought here. Are you complete? Are you completely out on this one? Okay, so you just sold right now. Okay. Let's see. You bought $8. Let's see. All right, let me go back. This one up to 70, 80. Let me put this on a just like a roughly like around a do you bought here at so you bought 25 and you sold 20 already. So you made a P&L of $2. Okay, I'm seeing a pattern here. I have a trail stop loss that took most of it out, and okay. So we're gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go. You're gonna have to kind of just go with me as we kind of take a look at it, because that trail stop loss is probably what it is. Kind of like what's kind of hurting you a little bit. Let's see what else we got. So we have Baby Trump. This is the one we called over there inside Boltz Alpha. So on this one, you bought 63, you made 97, and you're still holding $80. Let's see here. Let me see. Let me see. We might have to bring this down to a minute. Okay. Okay, so you've been buying and buying. Okay. Okay. So here's one perfect example I'm gonna tell you that you're doing wrong. Okay. This is a perfect example. So you bought right here. You bought right here. This is your first buy was like um roughly around, let me go see down here. This was 20 hours ago. No. This was roughly around. Wait, did it change? Oh, I think I messed up here. Okay. Oh, let me go here. Okay. This was 20 hours ago. You bought $7. You bought $3. You bought another $3. So you bought a total of like about $13, right? That was your first initial buy, and then you sold 8. So you pretty much took out your initial. I'm trying to get it to show me the buy. Here we go. Okay. So did you take your initial at a 2x, I'm assuming? Yeah, there's like a back and forth one because we're trying to figure out. So what I see here, this is the pattern that I see that's wrong. Okay, so first things first is if for example if you bought right here. Let me pull this out. Oh, come on, let me get the drawing here. I was just selling like 15. Okay, so if you bought right here, okay, if you bought right there, you bought $13. Right here where you sold, let's say this was the 2x that you sold at and you took out your initial, there's absolutely no reason for you to sell again, and there's absolutely no reason for you to buy again. Because I'm gonna tell you why. The two, because this is a $7 buy, a $3 buy. Okay, you never want to buy on a green candle unless you're swing trading. Okay, if you're swing trading, then it's gonna work a little bit different. But if you are holding like for a 10x, you don't want to buy on the way up because what that's gonna do, it's gonna like average you higher. It's gonna bring your average. Like say this was your average, then it keeps bringing your average higher and higher, and that makes the return less. Okay, so when you're buying this low, you 2x and then you just let it ride because the biggest problem that you have right now is now you're averaging out higher, and as you see here, you bought. I think you bought here on this dip, right? You bought this on this dip here, which is this dip here, and then you sold the top. You did pretty good on this one. These are the problems right here. Okay, those are the problems. There's absolutely no reason for you to buy it by this high because you kind of bought here at 700. You bought again at 500, and then this is a pretty decent buy. This one here. This is not that bad because it's kind of back to your average where you bought these. All right. And this is a bad buy because you should have rebought right here because that would have been around your average instead of buying on the way up. Now, still pretty decent trade because you're if it goes back up here, you're still averaging out and doing pretty well. But you could have saved a lot of money and made way more money if you would have just held. Okay. And ideally, like if you're gonna be put if you were this is one of the biggest mistakes a lot of people make, and one that needs to be corrected. If your ideal goal was to buy a total of 23 Solana, like $23, my bad. All right. If that was your ideal goal, you might as well put your $23 in here. Okay? Because you're basically doing the same thing. You're buying 23, 23, 23, and then you still ended up buying more. So you buy 14, 30, you bought a total of almost $50 worth of it. So you could have easily just put in 25 here. And then if you wanted to rebuy, put another 25 on a dip or just hold it out and let it out. Because if you would have done 25 $25 on a 10x, that's $250 as opposed to what you're averaging now, which is let's go. You made $97. So theoretically speaking, you could have put in 25, held it out to a 10x, and then you would end up with 250 as opposed to what you're at right now, which is 97, and you spent 63. So if you notice here, you spent 63, so you spent way more than you initially had to make 97 when you could have easily spent 25, held it up to a 10x or even a 5x still would have been more and made 250 bucks. All right. So that's one of the biggest problems that and a lot of people make this mistake. Okay. So a lot of people make the mistake that this is why I tell you guys, I tell you all the time, signal versus noise. Signal versus noise. Okay. There's gonna be coins where you gotta think to your head, how much money am I willing to buy on this coin? Okay. If you're gonna say I'm willing to put in 1 Solana in a coin, um, then there's no point in you buying point one at 10K and then buying the rest point nine at 100K. Okay. Uh, so the awakening says my nine, my $10 would have turned into 500, but instead I sold for $17 profit. Would you suggest I should do next time? So I don't know what your wallet is. I would have to look at your wallet. So if you're in Boltz Alpha, send me the wallet and we'll take a look at it on Thursday. Um, but this is the mistake. This is hold. So this is just kind of going over this one, okay? Only the baby one. Um, on those type of narratives, sometimes it's better just to hold and play for like a 5x, and you still will make more money because eventually you were gonna trade that much. Okay. I don't know what your stop loss is. Like, do you have it 30%, 40%? So if you could give me that information, that would help out a lot to better understand. So that's that one. This is an older coin, so we're not going to take a look at this one. You're pretty much just buying this to see what if it does anything. You bought painfully. So you bought this one. We were taking a look at this one. So this one you bought 8 and you sold for yeah. So you took a big loss on this one. That's a bad buy right there. Twomp 13 and you sold on 5. So that's a bad one. This one we got in here 39, 17. That's a loss. Pew 35 with 13. That's a loss on this one. FJ Pay. I think we called this one inside the alpha. Let me take a look at that one real quick. We're gonna take a look at each one's, but let me take a look at them. What's exactly happening here? All right. Oh, let me get here. All right, close that out. Okay. Let's take a look at this one first. Uh, let's see. Okay, so I gotta bring this one slower here. If it actually shows up, that's gonna be the biggest problem here. So this one looks like you bought really high, and you sold on a dip. Okay, so that was a bad buying positioning there. Let's go take a look at this one. Once again, buys, and you try to see DCA here, and then you sold, and then you bought again. Like I kind of want to figure out what the thought process was on. So you bought here, and you didn't sell this. So this was like roughly, let's say you bought it like at 67. So this was like a 2x for you here, from this initial buy to here. That looks like at least a 2x. I could be wrong. It looks like the entry here was at. Hold on, let's. Yeah, so it's not a bad entry. Yeah, it's 68, and then it went up to 134. That's at least a 2x because you bought here too. So you this one was you're like not selling. You should have sold here. Okay, this is a problem of selling, and you should have never rebought back here. That's the problem with that one. And then I'm gonna go look a little bit deeper, but I kind of see what the problem is just like by looking at these. I just wanted to see what was happening throughout the day. So this is just buy, and sell. So just buying the top here. Like we were this one was another one that was we were trying to get a win on this one, but it got PvP'd. This is buy here. Okay, so I am noticing a pattern. One of the biggest mistakes that you're making is this multiple buys. Okay, so I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you after I take a look at this. But I already see like this is one of the biggest mistakes. Like this is just way too much buying, too much. Okay, and go back. This one I guess you bought on your own. Let's go here. Can't even see. Okay, there it is. Yeah, the same pattern. Look, way too much buying. Okay, same thing. And it's stock. This is a longer term hold. I'm assuming. That's yeah. That this one might not show. This is just like you are, my boy, man. You are overbuying, man. It's like, all right. That's gonna switch it. We're gonna switch it up to 7 days now. Okay. Yo, we got pause in the building. All right, so let's see. We got let's see how you did in Skull. So in Skull you bought see this I'm seeing I'm seeing the problem. Okay, look. Once again, same problem. And people in the stream could probably see as well. And you will notice right here, look. Once again, problem. Bought 147, sold 168. Basically, roughly like about 20 bucks. Okay? And if we take a look at these buys, if we go here, I think it's just gonna be excessive buying again. See, yeah, look at this. Yeah. Okay, so let me stretch this out just a little bit. Let me make sure which ones are his and so we got uh, I'm assuming you bought somewhere down here because we caught this one really low. We caught this at 10K. So these are pretty good sells, but here comes the buys. See, another buy, another buy, another buy, another buy. It's just too much buying. You're like overbidding. That's the biggest problem. My boy Moose says, "I need a 10x, bro. You if you inside Boltz Alpha, you know we be getting 10x's every single time, brother." Let's see what we got. So you got Yoshi. Yoshi, you got 31. You're up a couple dollars there. Easter egg 64. So this is another one. I like watch. If I look at, I'm telling you right now, you guys are like, I'm pretty sure the ones watching the stream, you will notice the pattern, and you will see that if I go and I take a look at a coin, it's just an excessive amount of buying. Let's pick a random one. Let's pick up. Let's do. Let's do a more recent one. Let's do this one. Let's see what happens here. All right, Fartimus. On Fartimus, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, just like hold on. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, about 5 different buys here. And it's just way too much buying. Okay. So I think the problem is the lack of DCAing. So I put up a video. Did you watch Holtz? Did you watch my 360 video that we put out? Was it last week? That we put up last week on Wednesday? Like about a week ago. Did you watch that one? If you didn't watch that, I would highly recommend I would highly recommend you did. Okay. So I would suggest you put that in practice as opposed to doing these excessive buys. Lo, you weren't clear. I have Discord, but it keeps referring me to YouTube, so I don't. So do I just join here for time? No. So we have two. You want to join the if you're trying to join 7976. It's called Boltz Alpha. That's the tier on YouTube. On the Discord is if you want to get the membership via paying with Solana. So that's how that works. So I would either implement that strategy, or I am going to be putting out a DCA video as well, which is kind of going over the proper way to DCA for a 10x. So I'm going to be putting out that video later on this week. But I would either implement that strategy as opposed to trying to catch the dips. Because this is what happened. This is what's happened. Like I'm noticing on almost every single coin that you're buying is you buy the coin, which is perfectly fine, and then you start buying and buying and buying and buying. Okay. So if I were to kind of zoom this out a little, I don't know if it's gonna let me zoom this coin out a little bit too much, but if I were to come here, let's see if it lets me. Let's see if it loads up here. Um, uh let's see. No, it's not loading for some reason. No, it's not that he's buying. Yeah, on some coins, Reggie, on some coins, yes, you're right. He's buying too late. I'm hoping this thing's loads because this is just not loading for me. I want to see the metrics here. Um, let me see. Hopefully it's not this. Let me go here. It's not loading the first initial buy. All right, let me take a look at another coin real quick. Let me go look at Skull. So this is on a 5 minute. Let me see if it lets me. No, it's not letting me in. Let's go to a minute here. Okay, here. This should be a little bit more clean. The thing is, it's not showing me his first initial buy, which was can't even see his first initial buy here. But I'm assuming he bought when we were streaming. I'm gonna say his entry was like around 20 to 30K. So huh. Where's his other buy? Okay, so he bought on this dip of 80 from 140. So we go here. Give me a second. Yeah, okay, so this is a notes. Notes, it's flying. Notes, it's flying. Who got into notes? Notes, it's on the move. All right, let's see. Yeah, so this is okay. All right, you know what, Holtz? I'm gonna make a specific video for you. Not just for you, but for everybody else. It's gonna make perfect sense. And I want to see whether your other buy is right here. This is okay, and then right here. Okay, so from now on, right now, Holtz, what I need you to do, I need you to implement the 360 strategy we put out on Wednesday. Okay, stop, buy once, buy once. Don't keep buying. Buy once. Okay, I don't want you to DCA until I put out the DCA video. Don't DCA. Just buy once. Don't DCA, but use the 360 strategy. If you don't know what the 360 strategy is, I would recommend you watch the video and learn it and understand the way it works and DCA that way with the 360 strategy as opposed to just DCAing the way you're DCAing. So buy once. Whenever you look at a coin, if you like it, or we say something like on on the Boltz off, like this is pretty bullish. Usually if we say something's PvP, don't overbuy. Okay, because usually PvP messes up a coin. But if we don't say nothing like it's gonna get PvP'd, it's not gonna happen. Um, so buy once, use the 360 strategy. In the meantime, I make the DCA video for you guys, and I think that's going to help you out exponentially. All right, so if we look at a 30-day, which is like a month, we're looking at a average win rate of 25, which theoretically is not bad. You kind of want to be above 45, which is theoretically what people want you to be above. So 23 is not that bad. It's just we just need to decrease the excessive amount of buying. Number one, uh, and the exit strategy is the exits that you're doing. Some of them look pretty good, and some of them are just really bad because you're layering on top. Like for example, this Herm one, you actually did pretty good on this Herm one. Um, what I'm kind of basing it is how much you're putting in compared to how much you're taking out. Okay, so on this one you put in 100, you took out 100. That's a beautiful 2x. That's beautiful. Okay, on this one you did 123. You pulled out almost roughly another 100. The baby Trump one, you're doing pretty good on that one. You bought 63, you pulled out 80. You're still holding a little bit on that one. On this one's one of the best ones. This Elun, you put in 24 only, and you took out 76. All right. So what I want to see is I want to see a better ratio of the amount that you're putting in compared to the amount you're taking out. So what I mean by that is if you put in one Solana, if you're taking out 5, I want to see that ratio compared to just like a simple 2x. Okay. So the problem is that every time that I notice that you're doing is you're pretty much doing this. Okay. Let me come here. So this is what I want to see. I want you to buy right here. Okay. And take your 2x if you want. Just so you don't have to worry about absolutely nothing. You could even take out more than a 2x. You could be like, okay, I'm gonna take out at a 3x or whatever you want, and take 60%, and you're already won. And just let it ride. Just let it ride for a 4 to 5x. Because if you do let it ride for a 4 or 5x, your return is going to be much better just because you're playing with less money that you're putting in, as opposed to buying and selling. As opposed to buying here, selling here, buying here, selling here, buying here, selling here. You want to avoid that. Okay, you want to avoid that. So that's the main thing that we're gonna try to kind of replicate and work better. That's the best thing I could possibly tell you. So if you could avoid that, I think you would be in pretty good space. As far as the coins you're buying, um, some of them are a little bit like, okay, I mean, they're narrative based, so that's not bad. Um, so it's not so much that you're buying bad coins. It's just either you're buying too late. That's one. Yeah, that's usually sometimes it tends to be a problem. But the biggest problem that you have is overbidding. That's the biggest problem you're having. You're overbidding coins. So if you reduce the overbidding, I think we could turn this from 25 to like at least 45, 50 in no time. So that's what I would do. Like if you were that's one of your biggest problems if you kind of have a reason why you're not doing so well. Okay, you're just overbidding. And that's pretty much. I hope if you have any other questions, let me know before I close out, and then we'll come back into it. But that's pretty much it. Let's see. Also, one thing I didn't notice is like you're only so you don't like, for example, like let me give you a quick example. Since you have a little bit more Solana, right, than the majority of people who trade, what I would personally do is I would have at least one like buy the dip, sell the dip coins. For example, like I keep mentioning like if I go to here and I take a look at aliens, right? If I take a look at something like this is at 900 right now, but if you would have kind of taken advantage of the buy the rips sell the dips runner here, you could have easily let's say from the like $2,000, you could have probably taken like maybe let's say like $500 and put it like in here, and then if it comes down, if it does this 3x, you could have easily taken back your taken out your $500 that you put in for like your initial $500, and then just let the rest of it ride, and you would probably you'd be in profit. Right? So like you would be doing a little bit better. So what I would suggest, if you're kind of playing around with like $3,000 a month, always have at least one buy the dip, sell the rips coins, just so it could even you out in case um you're miss. I would say like miss missing some of the like early calls, right? Like some of like the like 20Ks entries, right? So you want to do that. Okay. So that's what I would do. I would fix the I would fix my overbuying with the like the massive amount of DCAing. And then what I would do is I would get a little at least one coin from the buy the dips of the videos, and then I would implement the 360 strategy. And that should literally, if you do that to a team and you listen, that should fix your problem. Okay, that should fix your problem. I hope it was valuable for you. I hope if anybody else would like kind of like a little breakdown of their wallet, let me know inside the Discord and we'll take a look at it. But notes from a 23K. Woo-wee. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. You guys saw Sabat show up, the little horse. Whenever Sabat shows up, you know what happens. 23K. All right. 23 to 76. Let's wait for it to hit. Let's see if it hits 80. Because if it hits 80, actually we needed to go a little bit past 80, but that's like a list of 4x if it hits 80. Yo, Alexa, are we gonna hit a 10x? Woo wee. Let's go. Man, let's see. Also, man, I worked hard and get dirty all day and have to retire. No worries, man. No worries. That's what we try to do, man. We try to help you guys grow. That's the main thing that we want to do. You know, we want to make sure. All right, man. It looks like it's going. 80. 80? Come on, give me 80, baby. Give me 80, baby. Oh, we got some Queen Saber Blast putting on some Gucci glasses. Ooh wee. Let's see, man. Please give us 80. Come on, give us it. Like we're on a nice little 3x here. But a 4x would be awesome. A 10x would even be better. How many of you guys do we have anybody new to the stream? Do we have anybody new to the stream? And I kind of want to like, I'm going to say this today. And the reason I'm going to say it today is because if it does play out, okay, if it does play out, okay, once again, not financial advice, but I kind of said this on a TG and I said this somewhere else. I think I found the next Pippin. Okay, I think I found the next Pippin, and I took some nice bid on what I believe is the next Pippin. I'm not gonna call it right now because I just want to make sure I'm right. But I've already called it in Buy the Dip, Sell the Rip videos. Okay, so I've already said it, but there are two coins that I actually bidded on that I think are going to be the next Pippin, and I'll give you the letters so someone could, if you could just mark this and clip this, just so. Yeah, so I bought a coin that starts with the letter S, and I bought a coin that starts with the letter G. Okay, so I bought two of those coins, and I think one of them will be the next Pippin. If I'm right, you guys could clip this and be like, yo, he told us, he let us know. I just want to make sure that when I mention it again, it's at least at a 5x from where I bought. But if you watch my Buy the Dip, Sell the Rips videos, you guys will know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? So just keep that in mind. Let's go ahead. Let's get it going. But here we go. Let's see how high this goes, man. I want to see it where it goes to 80. Do we have any new? Yeah. I want to know anybody new to the stream. Another one that we called in Buy the Dips, Sell the Rips video. There's another perfect example. Is this one right here, fellas? If you did not catch it, I mentioned this as well, which is 7 times 7 equals 49. There's another one that we mentioned as well. It's doing beautiful from our call from Buy the Dip, Sell the Rips video. How many of you guys actually watched that video? How many of you guys actually watched that video? Let me know. Because we've been printing on those. We've been printing on these pretty well as well. So, let's see. All right, man. Give me. I mean, it gave me 80, but I really, really wanted to hit 90. And it's about to hit 90. Oh, wait. That's how we do it. How many guys are in nodes? How many of you are in nodes? I want to know. I want to know. How many are in nodes? Oh my goodness, make it stop. It's about to hit 90. Ooh-wee. That's how we do it. That's why you tune in. 160. Let's go. Ooh-wee. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Now listen, if we get a 200, if we get a 200, that's a 10x, baby. Give me 200, baby. Come on. Give me 200. That's how we do it. Oh, man. Now, interesting enough, those kind of dipped to 15K. and it hit 160. That's a beautiful 10x. If you did buy the 15K dip. If you didn't buy the 15K dip, we're waiting for 200, baby. Let's see what happens. That's how we do it. That's why you tune in. That's why you watch. That's what we do. Every single stream. That's what we do inside Boltz Alpha. That's what you guys should be doing. Come on, everybody. Who's excited? Who's happy? Who's ready to make some money? Are we going to nail it another one? We got to hit 200 here. Come on. Come on. 160, baby. I got in at 23K. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is looking pretty good. This is looking pretty good. I love it. And it's higher. I want to go higher. Like, I don't know, man. Like, if you guys are not letting your people know about this stream, you guys are failing people. Listen, I want 100 people. I want 100 people to become and make life-changing money. I need 100 people who are willing and want to change and make life-changing money to actually commit and listen. If you listen and commit, I am telling you right now, we are gonna make it happen. Give me 200, baby. Come on, notes. Notes, give me the node, notes. Notes, give me the nodes, notes. Give me the node, notes. And see, this is what cracks me up, right? When people say, oh, man, you know, like, I don't have enough to join Boltz Alpha. And I'm like, brother, with one call, you can literally pay the whole year. Oh my goodness. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. No, a couple people were saying, like, dude, you should just stream on Discord, man. Stop streaming on YouTube. You know, you're giving out people free calls. And it's like, listen, man, I want people to be successful. And I don't mind if you get a call, right? And you get a good call. That's not the problem. The problem is if you're just going to keep getting stuck with that and not wanting to get to 100 Solana, 200 Solana, 300 Solana, 400 Solana, 500, 1,000 Solana. That's your fault. Give me a 10x, baby, to 200, man. Give me a 10x to 200. Come on. Now, should we look for another one? I don't really see you guys excited. I mean, I don't see you guys excited at all. You guys act like a 10x is easy to call. And that's why I kind of went over this. I was like, guys, listen. We literally did this We did this, and we could possibly do the 10x, baby. We could probably do the 10x. Are we gonna make it happen? Oh man, I'm just blessed. I'm just happy God is good. We're able to make these calls. And the coins go up. And you can't force people to buy, can't force people to do what they gotta do, but when you're doing it constantly every single day, it becomes a blessing, right? Because how hard it is. When you look at this and you see how difficult this 1%, you know how hard it is to be the 1% of every single coin, and how hard it is to be profitable with every single coin every single time. It just makes it very difficult. And it's just a blessing. So let's see what happens here. 82. Let's see if this actually clears up and gets us the 200 that we want. Let's see. Let's see what we have. Let's see what else we find. Making these plays, guys, is so much easy. All we need is notes is to hit 200. You know what? I'm gonna put a alert here. Market cap goes over. Let's do. Uh, let's just say 220. Here we go. All right, cool. And we'll put a little, yeah. Well, cool right there. We'll see what happens. What's going on with GTA, man? Official currency? I don't know. This could be a larpy larp. Yeah, no results. I really wish like Trojan, right, or Axiom would reach out, because there is something that could be added to these Like, I don't know, like there's something that could be added to these platforms that could make life so much easier for everybody to actually make a ton of money. Like it's just crazy and daunting to me how they don't add like some of the most simplest stuff that could happen, right? Bob the Binance did put this on. Let's see what's Bob doing. They made an AI Rob called Bob. Uh, oh no. That could be a large. I mean, we already have a MAGA token, so that's not a big one here. Long the long Node is actually doing its thing. Let's see what else we have. Burr, burr. Let's see what else we have. Let's see if we find something else. Let's see if we find another one here. That was a pretty good call, man. So far, we got a nice one, man. We got a nice one there. Um, for some at 10x, for some at 8x. So hopefully that did pretty solid there. And we will look for another one. 20K 41. I wonder if this is gonna get PvP'd here. Oh no, I knew it, bro. I knew it. Oh my goodness. Oh man. All right, let's see. Trying to see if we can find another one right now. Nothing's kind of like just pulling my attention per se, but we'll see what happens. All right, we'll see what happens. Trump memes. Let's see. Ooh, this looks like it's bundled. Um, hmm. Let's pull up the bubble map on this one. Uh, 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 uh. How come it's not letting me see that cluster? Come on, baby. There we go. All right. The U. There it is. All right, we found it. Yeah. Oh, look, it actually dumped while we were looking at this. This one's pretty heavy bundled, so we're gonna kind of just let it do its thing. We're gonna wait. All right, let's go look. Let's go see what else we have. All right. Let's see what else we have here. Hmm. Let's see what else we have. Let's see what else we have here. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, this one actually took some crazy bids here. What is this? Um. Hmm. The problem is this is just pure guessing. Yeah, this would have been an interesting coin if we were able to if we would have been able to spot this like at 20K. It would have been worth the gamble. Like right now, it's hard to gamble here at 100 without knowing if it's real or not, you know? Huh. Yeah, this would have been a good one. It's just all right. Well, we'll keep an eye on this one. Let me actually see what happens with that. Uh, see what else we have. Yeah, we just got to keep an eye on it. I don't know. It's like one of those coins that we got to kind of see what happens there. Let's see. Do we have any? Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, we're trying to find an. I'm trying to find another one that looks pretty interesting here. Um, and there, yeah. So yeah, Gainsey's pretty right. He says which is pretty interesting. Let's see. He says, and there's barely any 1% days. It's always like under 1%, like 98%. Yeah, it's one of those things, man. It tends to happen. But we're gonna try to find one. We're gonna try to find a pretty good one. What's up, Jaden? How's it going? Do I use MACD or RSI at all? So when I started trading, I used to use it. Now it's just kind of like a mental thing. But it does help out, especially with longer coins that have been out for a little bit longer than normal. Um, they're pretty effective, but personally now I don't use them because it's just I already like learned it mentally. I can look at a chart and kind of figure out what it's doing. But they do tend to help out. If you guys would like to have like if you guys want me to post some videos on how to use them properly, I'll be more than happy to put them. They're not. I mean, it's something it's always good to learn. Let's see. Oh, Pandu! Let's go, Pandu! There's another one we called inside the Boltz, the buy the dip, sell the rip videos. Let's see if this one actually starts taking off a little bit more here. Up. Let's see. Farlands. Huh. This looks very mystical. Hmm. Well, I kind of wanted to buy before that candle right there. Farlands. Yeah, I kind of wanted to buy with before that candle, that Giga candle set. Um, Gosh. I would have liked to have that 7K entry. Not gonna lie, it would have been worth the risk here. Um, well, we're gonna skip it, but I don't know. I have a feeling this thing might do pretty good. I just don't want to buy here at 13, man. Yeah, it's kind of funny, 305, because a lot of people say TA doesn't work on Memecoins. I am one that says that it works. It's just people just they value how psychology works in general, right? But um overall in general, I personally feel like if you learn TA, it's always a good thing. It's always a good thing to learn. Yeah, like if you guys want me to put out videos, I'm more than happy to put out some videos for you guys, kind of teaching you guys how TA works. I'm really upset that I missed the dip on this here. Usually this would have been a beautiful buy here at 7. Um, you know, yeah, but look, this is the thing with these coins, right? So theoretically, I think this coin at least does really well. But I hate buying here at 16 because that means I have to go all the way up to 30. It makes it less gamble. But the 7K entry would have been beautiful. Let's skip it. We'll probably see it that it migrates. Bull run. Let's see. No, we got two of those. You took a course and you learned a lot of TLS here. Nice. Let's see. Let's see what else we find. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. Anything else that I like at the current moment? I mean, we did pretty good with nodes. I'm a little bit upset that we didn't spot this one too early here, but this would have been a nice pickup. This one, unfortunately, we didn't get the 7K entry we wanted to. Like usually, what I like to do inside Boltz Alpha, I kind of want to make sure we're buying like nowadays, something like roughly like at 10K or below 10K. Just because that gives us a better probability. It's just we got to make sure we're buying the right coin. Let's see what else we have here. This Trump meme one, I feel like if the once the volume bot ends, I kind of want to see where it's at. Um, I do feel like there needs to be some sort of um like general focused meme for Trump, just because usually there's so many Trump coins that come out, and it'd be kind of cool to just have one that actually sends and moves and does really really well. Um, and I really wish that was the case, right? So let's see what else we find here. He's kind of meta today. He like he usually tends to be meta like the majority of the time. Um, it's just like the biggest problem with the Trump coins and the Elon coins and pretty much I'm gonna say like celeb coins is that the people that end up running them are like such a bad teams that the coins don't end up doing well because they end up selling as soon as like the coin hits 100K, and it just messes up the detriment of the coin, right? And that's the biggest problem. But I think if there was like an actual team that was behind a specific coin that that either Trump or Elon gets behind, then those coins should rip. Like they should do pretty well. I think if I were to take a look at my Elon folio, I think I bought every Elon coin at least below 100K. So we bought Gore, was it Gork? We bought Gork at 50K. We got into Shibby at 32. We got into Anna at 45K. No, not Anna, Annie. We got into um Takis Maximus at 32 too. We got it into almost every single Elon coin um that has launched like below 100K. So we've been pretty solid with the Elon folio, but um huh. Let's see what else we find here. This Farlight, yeah, Farlight looks pretty interesting. I wish I would have gotten that 7K entry, and that's the reason I didn't bid because it's not at 7K. I mean, I still think it might migrate. It's just it's not at 7K. It's one of those things. Let's see what else we have here. Da, 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 da. 42 people, 26 likes. Smash the likes. I 100% agree, man. We got to get those likes going. We got to get those likes going 100%. Cappy has been done before, so I'm not really paying attention to that one. There's got to be another one that does really, really well here. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like Nodes is back on the move again after that nice little dump there. Um, huh. Let's see what else we find. There's got to be something good. I think eventually, I think we're gonna get another 10x. Even though right now we kind of hit an 8x, I'm hoping it hits 10. But I think we're gonna get a 10x today for sure. Uh, let's see what else we find. There's got to be Clicky. I think was Clicky. What is this? Press attention economy. Is this based on what? The press Solana, oil powered industry, age, meme coin power attention. We built pipeline. How does the press work? The press. Meme coin paid with the press attention. Hmm. Huh. Huh. Uh, let's put it. I'm gonna put an alert for this here. Let's see if we get the alert trigger there. Um. Pinch. Huh. Let's see what else we find here. Is this from the shock? Yeah, this is the shock one. Yeah, this one came out crank. This one came out yesterday. Huh. So it seems to me that because I've been seeing a lot of coins that are going up, are older coins, which is pretty solid, just because how everything is kind of just turning upside, on the upside. But I do feel like we're gonna get a crazy runner in no time here. It's probably gonna be one of those things, guys, where we get it inside Boltz Alpha, even though we kind of got an 8x right now. But it looks like it's gonna be one of those things where it's like the coin's gonna be dropped inside Boltz Alpha, and it's just gonna blow up. Well, let's see what else we have here. Come on, give us a good one. Who missed notes, by the way? Did anybody miss it? Let's see. Oh, I think mostly everybody missed it. Okay, dang it. Oh, you just came in right now, Red? Okay, let's see if we can snatch another one. Let's see if we're able to get another one here. Uh, you're fun. The thing is, this says that it was made in 20. Oh, and it comes. Bruh. These people crack me up, man. Such a beautiful sight, but it was a different token. That's why it's always good to see it. Okay, so this looks like it's about to get PvP'd. Let's see. Yeah, usually, like I always tell you guys, the biggest thing that happens is like when I'm trading by myself, right? What I usually do is I will buy the coin and then go do research, because usually what tends to happen is as I'm doing that research, two things end up happening. Either the coin ends up going parabolic and going crazy, and it's all like by the time I'm done the research, it's up a 2x, or the coin ends up rugging and it's like, oh crap, well there goes that idea, right? So it's I'd rather be like, okay, well I'm gonna take a bid on it and hope for the best that it goes up. And if it goes down, well, I was busy researching and putting in the work. Because by the time I get done researching, sometimes the coin's like up like a 3 to 4x, and it's like, boys, like what happened? Yeah, this is what I kind of thought that it was gonna happen in this one, so it's kind of starting to dump here. Um, just a speculation, but I kind of wanted to come down just a little bit lower, maybe 60 here. Okay, a little bit lower. This one ran up to. That's not gonna come a little bit lower here. The problem is like this one, it's just speculation on that it's this guy's wallet, right? That's the biggest problem. So like, the entry is gonna be key here, but I mean, I wouldn't mind if this came down to 30, then maybe it's worth taking a gamble here. I think something below 50 would be amazing, but I don't know if it's gonna come down below 50 here. Let's see. Uh, yeah, this 57 would have been nice. Yeah, it's probably gonna. We'll put an alert though. Let's put an alert for. Put an alert right there. It looks like it's going back up. It reversed a little bit, but people are selling. So go back here. See what we got. Feels. How it feels to take over the timeline. Full stack dev turning. Okay, so this is the same thing. The same GitHub. Hmm. Yeah, we took the look at Pinch. Hmm. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Right now, I'm not the only one that looks interesting for me right now is this Gregor one. This Gregor one looks good. It's just like the entry is a little bit high. I mean that 60K dip was not bad. I kind of want to get it below 50 if possible. Because if the guy does come out and say, yo, this is my coin, yeah, I'm with it. Then I think it'll do well. It's just we didn't get on that initial pump, which makes it difficult, right? Because you never know what a coin's gonna do after the first initial pump. Nodes looks like it's holding there. I think if they post the CA on nodes, it should do well. But right now it already 8x'd, so we'll see what happens there. Farlands looks like it's kind of just holding that 15K, 17K range. Uh, see what else happens here. We need to get a 10x today, though, man. Like theoretically, nodes kind of 10x for us because it came down to 17 and it ran up to like 160. So theoretically, that would be considered a 10x if people bought at 15K. But if you did and you bought at 20, we're kind of like at an 8x. So we're like 2x's away. So hopefully nodes hits 200. If not, we are gonna find another 10x pretty soon here. We just gotta make sure we get in the right play here. Hmm. Let's see. Hit the print. It's that easy. Yeah, man. We like listen. You guys just gotta hit the like button. That's all you gotta do. Like the first thing you need to do is when you hop on the stream is hit the like. Yeah, it's the first thing you gotta do. 100%. Huh. What else might do well here? Let's. Awesome. Thank you, Choco. Let's see what else we find here. I mean, they paid Dex on this one. Like if I would have gotten on that one a little bit earlier, it would have been one of those things here. Yeah, there's so many coins like right now. Like if I were like not streaming, I would have been like in a couple coins, like at least 4 or 5 of them already. Dude, I knew it, man. Listen, dude, it's like I kind of. So I was looking at a coin yesterday, right? And I was looking at a coin, and I was like thinking to myself, I was like, yo, this coin looks like it might rip, and I'm gonna buy a little bit. This was last night, and I said, I don't know if I should mention it on the Boltz Alpha because I don't know what the coin's gonna do. It's a pretty old coin. It's a 1 year old coin, and I was like, oh man, I want to see what happens. And right now that I'm looking at it, it's already like at a 5x from where I picked it up, and it's like, bro, like you knew, man, you knew it, and like you faded the call. And sometimes it pisses me off because it's like, yo, bro, like how do you do that? Like why? How did you fade that, right? Um, but I should have made the call. I kind of had a feeling it was gonna do what it's doing, and oh, it's just so upsetting. Uh, I had a feeling, dude. I was like, I was all over it, man. I was all over it. It's hard to know some. Yeah, it's hard to know sometimes because I was looking at it and I was like, yo, that coin's gonna do pretty well. And little did I know how well that coin was gonna do. And I bought it. And right now, to be quite frankly with you guys, I'm gonna tell you what it did. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. I bought it, but this is what happened. It went from 250 to 4 million. That's how crazy. That's how crazy it was. You know, like I said, I wish I would have. I would have kind of. I should have just mentioned it, man. It's like sometimes like I don't even know. It's like just mention everything, bro. But then it's like sometimes the coins just don't play out well, especially when they're just like dormant and they're just like not doing nothing. You know, it makes it a little bit more difficult, right? But it did well. I think it's gonna do crazy. I think it's gonna do crazy. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those plays, man. Like I don't want to call it right now. It's already at 3 million, right? Like, like I don't want to call it right now, but it just could go crazy. Like remember what I said earlier, though, right? You guys remember what I said earlier, right? It's like, listen, this could happen. This could be a thing. Greg is to 55. Let's go take a look at it, man. Uh, 50 here. Huh. Let me go see what's going on here. Adrian, full stack. Oh, so he did put the CA. What CA did he put? Oh, he put the CA for the other one. Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, so the dev put the CA for the one that's getting PvP'd, um, and not the one that's actually ran. Yeah, that's what happened. I mean, look, like this one right here, where I'm gonna take a bid on it. 12K, 12K is nothing, okay? 12K is nothing. Let's take a bid on like the new Greg, since he actually put the CA on it. So we'll go with that. Oh wait, he put now did he change it again? What did he do? Oh no, he put the CA here. CA here. Okay. Okay, so he put the CA. We're gonna go with the one with that he posted the CA with. We'll go with that one. We'll get rid of the other one, which is gonna cost a lot of drama for this one. I'd rather go with the one that has a CA on it than the one that doesn't. Um, let's see. Press down fell down to 50 here. Uh, kind of like this 32K entry here for press. Oh, you want me to post a CA on Discord? Yeah, I can do that 100%. All right. This one's kind of like we're just kind of gambling on this one. I'm not like 100% sure on this one. It's just kind of going on the simple fact that he posted the CA. That's just pretty much it. You know, it's one of those things. So it's still a 15K, 13K, 12. I mean, we kind of got in here like at 12K. So we'll see what it does. This press one looks interesting. I just kind of want to buy like I wish I would have seen it here at 34. Um 50s it ran up to 100. We'll keep an eye on it, see what happens. As long as it flips this one, that's kind of what we're looking for. Uh, let's see. Yeah, Farland's doing pretty good. Oh, oxygen. This is not a bad narrative. I mean, they want us to pay for oxygen and soil, so it makes sense. Yeah, man. Yeah, this one does make sense. Yeah. So I don't know about paying $29.99 a month just to breathe. We're gonna have to be like, I can't breathe type of thing, you know. 22. Not a bad narrative at all, though. You know, on this one, I might. I want to keep an eye on it, see what it does once it migrates out. I like the narrative though. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with this one. I'm gonna buy this one. I like the idea. So I know this is bundled. So for you guys that are watching the stream, I'm gonna remove these because I think eventually, if this migrates, that 100% it migrates, I think it comes down here like roughly around 20k, um, um, 20k ish, 25k ish. So that might be where you guys want to get in if you guys want. I like the narrative. That's the reason I'm buying it. So if it does come, I'll probably put another buy limit here. Let me do this here. If it does come around here. All right. We'll put another buy limit there. I'll probably buy with my other wallet around that zone right there. If it does come down here, and I'm gonna put actually let me remove this. And I'll put a sell limit here of, let's see if it comes down to roughly like 12k. Yeah, like 13k. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, we'll see what happens with this one, okay? I like the narrative. That's the reason I'm picking it up. Yeah, so this is the same thing. That's the same one. Uh Greg is at 13, so that's stuck there. Farland's at 20. Um, let's see what happens. Uh, let's see. Yeah, so we'll go with those. We'll go with those. So far, this is the ones we picked up. So we picked up O2. We picked up a little bit of Farlands. We picked up nodes. We already 8x on this one. I'm waiting for this one to come down. We picked up the other Greg, which is this one right here. We're kind of roughly where it's at right now. Um, those are the ones. Those like I mean, those look like the interesting plays right now. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get another 10x. It's just a matter of just being able to kind of grabbing it, you know. Yeah, hopefully, like hope. I'm hoping the team that's doing this one is actually solid, man. Like they don't have a community. The idea is good. Um, is this a community? No, this is just. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, it comes out here at 20, which is kind of like what we said we wanted to happen here. Then it came down to 22. Yeah, hopefully, it comes here and it triggers my buy here because I didn't want to get a better entry than 27. Uh, we'll see what happens there. Oh, let's see what else we got. Hello from England. What's up? What's up, my boy? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you on the stream. Listen, I have a question. Like, I know some of you guys show up to the stream a little bit later. Is it because it's better? The timing is better for you at this hour, or is it because um you guys have to work and you coming home late? Because if it is that, we could probably See what we do to kind of just better the hours for a couple of you guys there. We hit 20K. I'm in on did we? Okay, cool. On O2? First time live? Awesome. Well, glad you're stopping by, man. Glad you're stopping by. We already hit an 8x. Uh OG, you got in? Awesome, brother. Let's see. Oh, it dude, but it did not put my buy in. Oof. Oof. Yeah, it did not pick up my buy. No, it's so close. I hate it when it doesn't do that, man. Look at that. Oof. Ay. Awesome. Yeah, hopefully it hits 40, man. That's the first target. Hopefully it hits 40. I like the narrative. The narrative sounds pretty solid, so we'll see what happens. You guys have such a better entry than I do. But yeah. I think it hit it on my other wallet, but I don't think it hit it on this one, so it's all good though. We already 8x on nodes, so we're happy with that. See what happens. Oh no, ouch. Yeah, we got ran on that one. Yeah, these are pretty much gonna PvP each other, man. Like, look, I think that's what. So this is what's gonna happen. This one's gonna go up. The other one's gonna go down. This one will come down. The other one's gonna go up. So you just gotta play with it, man. It's just gonna be going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's the problem with PvP. See now it's going back up because this one's coming back down. Like that's the problem with PvP, man. All right, let's see. I am at right now. I am on Solana, man. Solana. We're trading on Solana right now. Are you new to meme coins or are you new to crypto or? Yeah, no worries. No, but we bought in like around 12K, so like there's no point on DCAing. Like it either goes up or it doesn't go up. It doesn't go up. It's like moon or dust in some place, you know. Farlands is doing good though. That one we did pretty good on. That one we're up a 2x. Taking your time, slow and steady. 19 months of learning memes. Been a long time old holder of BTC. Awesome. Well, I mean, BTC's pretty good. It had a nice push up today, right? So that's what's up. Yeah, meme coins are great. You just got to make sure you're following the right people, and you're in the right places. Usually like we try to do what we try to do in here is we try to at least get like a 10x every single day. That's what we try to do. So hopefully, it's been panning out for us pretty well. Like so, right now we're 444, which is awesome. But we just got to be consistent. Yeah, you see that this one goes up, this one goes down, this one goes down. They're gonna be fighting each other, man. There's just more KOLs on this one. That's the biggest problem. Uh, see. I think Farland's gonna migrate, man. I have a feeling it's gonna migrate. Let's see what else we find. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Press is down to 3. Did I missed the dip again, man. 42. I'm gonna put a buy limit on this one, but down here, I don't know if it's gonna come down here again. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I keep missing. I keep forgetting about it, so I just put a buy limit there and let it buy in. Let's see what else we have. Nodes is getting a nice little bounce. These two are battling for each other. Hopefully, this one flips this one, and then we're in a good state because that's the one he posted a CA for. Unless these people send him supply, then he might change the CA. So it's just gonna be a matter of of us kind of keeping an eye on it. Um, let's see what else we have. Gavin Anderson. I think I've seen this one before. Uh, yeah. I seen that one before. That's the Fawcett guy. Let's go. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna end up catching the 10x on Inside Boltz Alpha, man. That's what it's starting to look like. That's what it's starting to look like. So hopefully it pans out, man. Yeah, if you're not inside Boltz Alpha, you are 100% missing out, man. 100% missing out. Nothing. I found the perfect meme template. I have nothing. I mean, this one has been done before though, so it makes it hard to actually bid on. What is this? The Parasite Pan. This is the okay. Not a problem, Holtz. I'm happy, man, and I can't wait to actually see your portfolio turn from 20 per like like below 20 30% to like 45, man. Can't wait, brother. Can't wait. Let's see. Yeah, the thing is you gotta understand, listen, you're not every coin that you buy is not going to be a win. Okay. We just got to make sure that we at least every single day. I know you guys are spoiled because we get like 10x's every single day, but at least every single day you hit like a 3x plus. I mean, that's what you want to do. But I know the people inside Bolt South are like spoiled and they're like, I want a 10x, I want a 10x, I want a 10x. But that's the main thing. You got to make sure you're positive every single day. It's a constant thing over and over and over and over. Right? I think we bid it on some really interesting coins today. I think there's going to be some coins that are going to do pretty well here. O2 about to migrate. Nice. I think what we're going to end up doing is this normal trenching each day? Yeah, so we do that inside Boltz Alpha, which is our Discord. Our link is down below. We do that every single day. We trench every single day. We are fortunate enough to get a we're fortunate enough to actually get a 10x. That's pretty awesome. But we'll see. We're gonna keep bull pulsing. We're gonna keep seeing what else runs. I think we're gonna get a really good runner tonight. It's just some of the narratives are pretty good. Some of the narratives are a little bit like on the fence. But as long as we keep an eye out, I think we should be able to pick one up that's going to do very well here. Let's see. No, that's not going to do nothing. So far, no crazy narrative has spawned. I do like the O2 narrative. It's just because they said that at the World Economic Forum, so that makes sense. Like it could be pretty bullish. As soon as one of these migrates, I think we'll be in a good state because I feel like it's gonna get PvP'd crazy. Like if you see, there's a couple coins coming out already that are getting PvP'd, but eventually, I like the narrative on that. This looks like it's PvPing the other one, even though the guy has a CA for the other coin, which is crazy, right? To think about. But apart from that, press, we got the 30K entry there that we wanted. looking pretty interesting. But apart from that, I think we're in a pretty solid state here. See what else we have. All right, so I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled. I'm gonna see what else happens. If we get a really good one, O2 looks like it's about to migrate, like it wants to migrate. So that looks pretty solid right here. That one's we got that 20 bid here. Hopefully this one actually performs pretty well, and we're able to get like nav a 2x on this one or even more. But apart from that, man, I hope everybody had a wonderful time watching the stream today. I hope you guys got that 8x on notes. If you didn't get the 8x on notes, then it's time to lock on in. Head on over to Boltz Alpha, link down below in our Discord, and we'll see we nab a 10x. On top of that, though, don't forget every Tuesday and Thursdays we stream live. And don't forget how important buy the rips, sell the dip videos are. So hopefully you guys are locked in and we are ready to print some more. I will see you guys on Thursday. Have a wonderful rest of the evening. Let's see what we find. O2 hopefully blows up, and maybe that's our 10x. We'll see. Everybody have a good one. I'll catch you guys on the next stream. Take care and have a wonderful rest of the evening. I will see you guys on Thursday. Have a good one, fellas and ladies.